Hey there, welcome to Createful Christmas. Today we're going to paint a Christmas tree. If you haven't heard of Createful Christmas, it is 12 art projects that are Christmas themed and they're super fun. Alright, for this project you're going to need your canvas. I'm using a canvas panel, your acrylic paints, something to put your paints on, a variety of brushes, and a jar of water, paper towels. First we're going to start with the underlayer of paint that we're going to put on our canvas. So we want to make sure we have our flat brush, and then we're going to make a blue color. And to do that I'm just going to grab my regular blue here, and I think I might have a different blue than you, but what you want is you want kind of a bluish gray color, so you're going to have blue and black together. Depending on what you have is what you're going to have for your undercolor, but as long as you have a blue color and a black, and then you add white to your palette to make it gray, then you will have a nice underlayer that's similar to mine. Okay, so you're going to grab your fat brush and just going to start with your black and mix on your canvas as you go. I am going to add a little bit of water to my brush, but not too much. Okay, that gray is spreading all around. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add some blue to it. One part about this lesson is that we're really going to be free and kind of let the paint guide us. Add some white. Okay, where my tree is at, which will be about the center, it's going to be lighter because it's going to be glowing. Okay, and then as I go out, I'm going to add a little more black to my brush and make it darker on the outsides. And I'm just going up and down with this, but you can add whatever texture you would like. Turn my brush over, add the black to this side, some blue. Okay, now you have the underlayer done. And you can go ahead and let this dry and wash out your brushes. So now I'm going to grab my flat brush, okay, and I'm going to take my black and I'm going to make the shape of my tree. So I'm going to start it about right here, and I'm just going to be using short strokes as I go down to get bigger at the bottom of my tree. And leaving the gaps in between is going to make it a little more realistic. You're just kind of giving an outline of what the tree's going to look like. And just go the direction that trees go, which is to the outside, like this. Slanted lines to the outside. Okay, and then I'm going to stop about right there, and that's where the snow is going to be. So I'm going to clean off my brush, and now I'm going to grab my green. This is a dark green. I'm just going to use the color that I have as far as green goes. I'm not going to change it. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just come in here. Some of it green. Give it a green tint of a color. And in this middle, Get it a little bit more green. Okay, wash out my brush. Okay, I'm going to take my white here, add some more white to my palette. Now I'm going to use the edge of my brush like this, and going this direction I'm going to add some white so it looks like snow. Going to leave some blue because there will be a reflection of the sky onto the snow. So I'm going to come along here. Okay. And then add a little bit of white under here, but there will be shadow. And then some white on this side. Okay, and I'm just kind of being quick with it. And then there's some light that's going to be reflecting down here. You see how that got nice and thick right there? Perfect. Just kind of go with the flow here. Snow is uneven. Looks just like that. I'm going to get this corner so it's white, so there's some contrast here, and make it a little bit of a slant here. That'll draw the eye right in here. Okay, and that's no way is finished, but there you go. It looks like snow, at least for now. Wash out my brush. I'm going to take some of my white, and I'm going to come in here, especially on the outside of my tree here. And I'm just going to, this has snow on it. And I'm just keeping it at an angle, like that. Okay, another angle. And I'm just dabbing. And then I'll bring the snow into the middle. You want to make sure that most of your paint is drying here, but it doesn't have to be completely dry because the snow will have some reflection of the colors of the tree. So there will be some blues, and we'll even add some yellows in here from the lights, things like that. So I'm going to make some slants right here. Kind of slants in like that. Usually a nice big break here. A lot of snow on the bottom of trees. In fact, it's mostly snow on the bottom of the tree. Add some parts of the tree that have a lot more snow than others, kind of break it up. Okay, now we're ready for some ornaments and some light. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our brush clean, and we're going to get our yellow, and we're going to make sure that this right here is dry, because if we add yellow over this, it's going to make light green. We don't want that. While this dries, what we can do is we can grab our round brush that's small, the tip, and we can add some snowflakes in here. We're just going to get some white on our brush, and we're going to just dab in some snowflakes. And the trick is to be kind of random with it. Some will be lighter than others, so let some of your paint run out. That'll look like there's some in the background and some in the foreground. If you get too much on there, just take your finger and some water and you can lift up some of that paint. The less you push down, the lighter the dots will be. Don't forget to go over some of your snow. This should be dry now. So what we want is to have our yellow, but we want it to be a very light yellow. So we're going to add white to our palette if you don't have any left over, and you're just going to add a little yellow to your white. Nice, creamy, pastel-y yellow. Okay, and you're making what looks like Christmas lights on your tree. So for one, you're going to have some of the light reflect down here. So you can take this and you can add some down here reflecting off the snow. Okay, then you come in here and you're going to add some glowing areas like this. Those are the lights on your tree. You can follow a certain pattern if you like, or you can just put them all in there, or you can put them on the outside. This is where you can be creative, and you will add ornaments, so there will be more than just yellow here. But this tree is going to be glowing. I'm even going to add some glowing right here, top. A line, an X, like that, because it's glowing. Okay, it's looking good, isn't it? Alright, now you're ready to add whatever ornaments you want. You can keep it like this if you like, but I'm going to add a little more ornaments. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my red here, and I'm actually going to put some both of these colors on here. I'm going to make them look more like a ball. You could take the end of your brush, and you could dip it in here. Just go like this, it'll look like a ball. Kind of going around, or you can use the tip, it doesn't matter. That's just one of the things I do. Wow, that's looking more like a Christmas tree. I am going to add just a little bit down here of that color to the snow, just like a taste of it, just to get your eye to kind of think this belongs, this orange color belongs. So it's really watered down and it's just barely any, and if you don't like it you can always go back over it with white. It's too dark, or decide, no. But I like it. Take a little bit of this other red, add that in there too. Yeah, it kind of looks like reflections off the tree onto the snow, because really that's what snow does. So add a little bit of those two colors down there and you'll be happier with your painting. It'll look like it goes more together. Okay, adding the red color, or the purple color in here. I'll go ahead and add any colors that you like. Be creative. Just gonna add a little bit of white right here in the center, make this look like it's glowing more. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and sign mine. I'm gonna use gray because there's a lot of this gray and I don't want it to stand out. I'm just gonna take my teeny tiny small brush Add my signature over here in the corner. All right. Here's the finished Christmas tree. I hope you guys had just as much fun as I did and had some good time to relax and enjoy the holiday season. If you haven't already, follow the link to createfulart.com and join us for Createful Christmas. I will send you by email all 12 projects of the 12 days of Createful Christmas. And I really want to hear from you, so let me know in the comments below what you thought about this art project. I will see you soon with another Christmas art project.